Make today iconic. What is up, guys? It's Upcome Sports here with a Dallas Mavericks super realistic rebuild, part 1 of this series. Here are the objectives for the Mavs in this one, and this is right after the Porzingis trade, so it's gonna be pretty interesting. And if you guys are new to the channel, I do use trade override to make most of my trades because 2K is not really the most realistic engine when it comes to trades or even simulation. So I try to keep it as realistic as possible, and for big trades, I always explain why I do them and why it benefits each team. So they're not going to be perfect, and also if you don't agree with it, just leave a comment or I don't know. But here's the roster for the Dallas Mavericks after the Porzingis trade. Luka Doncic is an 87 overall, averaging 27 and almost 6 assists, shooting pretty good for a rookie. Kristaps Porzingis is obviously injured. For the rest of the season, he's not going to play most likely, so we're going to sit him out the rest of this season. Harrison Barnes, a pretty solid player. He has a player option for the next season. Tim Hardaway, pretty bad contract we had to take on in that trade. Also, Courtney Lee. We'll try to move Courtney Lee's one-year deal in the offseason, so maybe we can have a little bit of cap room, maybe even for a max contract. But I do use another new feature that 2K added in this year's game, and that is storylines for the draft. I try to keep the draft as updated as I can, but if you guys don't know what this does, basically it allows for more variation. So it allows for draft busts and also sleepers, so a second round pick can turn into a star, and also a top 5 pick can be a bust. Another feature I'm going to be doing is player mentorship, and this is also a new feature in 2K19. Basically, a young guy is going to be mentored by an older guy in similar positions to learn badges that he has. So basically, Luka is going to learn from Harrison Barnes the badges that he has. So I think that's pretty cool. And here's the rotation for the rest of the season. I am going to start Trey Burke at point guard, who we also got in that Knicks deal. And then, this team's not really going to compete for a playoff spot, I don't think, this season. If they do, that would be fine, but we most likely won't have our first round pick. It'll go to Atlanta. So James Harden is going to win the MVP for this season. Most likely going to happen in real life. Luka Doncic is Rookie of the Year. A little bit down in scoring, but not too much at all. And he did pick up the assist, so definitely a good season from Luka. And I think he has the potential to be an MVP caliber player, already making the All-NBA third team. Don't think that'll happen in real life, but that's what 2K thinks. So definitely good right there. Checking out the standings, we did not make the playoffs, but we were the 10th seed. We weren't that bad. Definitely think this team was not as bad as it should have been. And we won't have our pick. Atlanta's going to have it, but it won't even be that good of a pick either way. And yeah, here are the stats. Trey Burke actually played really nice as the starter for us, so I like that. Jalen Brunson also putting up some good stats right there. Dirk. So it is going to be a Raptors-Warriors finals in this one, and we'll see who takes it. So I don't think the Raptors are going to win this one, and the Warriors win in 5. Curry is the finals MVP. So an NBA legend has decided to retire. Dirk Nowitzki is going to retire. 20-point-per-game scorer for his career. Just insane. Delivered the Mavs a championship, and he was also MVP one season. So a great career for Dirk. Sad to see him go, but here in the draft lottery, we don't have our first round pick. But as I said, it's not even that good. And here we're going to be making a pretty small trade. Courtney Lee, 1 year left on his contract for $12 million. We're going to send him to Atlanta. We don't really need him, and we'd like to free up a little room to offer someone a max deal or close to a max deal. Alex Zen, we also need a center. We don't really have a starting center, so he's making about $4 or $5 million. And we also send a second round pick to Atlanta because they're rebuilding. So with our own second round pick, we're going to select Luke May out of North Carolina. 6'8", 240 pounds, power forward. He's a pretty good scorer. I don't think he's going to get minutes in the first or second season, so he'll probably be in the G League. And here in free agency, we are going to attempt to sign Kemba Walker. It looks like he has agreed in principle to sign with us, and we outbid the Hornets, Jazz, and the Suns. He had a pretty good season, 24 points, 5 assists for the Hornets, so definitely going to be a good player for us. It's not a max contract, but it is close to it. So here is the roster after the offseason, and Porzingis did sign the qualifying offer as he said he would in real life. Some teams did offer him contracts, but I decided to override that just because in real life Porzingis is going to sign the qualifying offer, and no one's going to really offer him a max deal if they haven't seen him play in over a year and a half. So that made sense to me, and Kemba's making about 25 to 28 mil for the next 3 or 4 years, so it's not too bad of a contract. And yeah, this is a rotation. Barnes is still on our team. We might look to move him at the trade deadline if he's not really fitting in with this team. So we are going to send Luke May to the G League, and we are going to keep Rick Carlisle. So here at the All-Star break, Luka Doncic is an All-Star in his second year. Porzingis and Kemba looks like did not make the All-Star team. And here at the trade deadline, we're going to check out how we're doing. A lot of L's right there I saw, and we're actually 19 and 36. So we are playing horribly right now. I don't know if it's the chemistry. I don't know if it's the system. I don't know what it is, but there's no way this team should be winning barely 19 games. So just in case we don't do good enough to make the playoffs, we're going to send Harrison Barnes to the Portland Trailblazers. They need a small forward badly, and he's on a 1-year deal, so it's not too bad for Portland. Also Devin Harris, just to make the contracts work. But Mo Harkless, Myers Leonard, not even getting really big minutes in Portland, so they're not really giving up any big pieces. We also get a first-round pick, top 10 protected, so it shouldn't be too bad for them. And as you guys can see, they do need a small forward. Jake Layman is their starter right now, which is not good at all. So I think this benefits both teams. We get a first-round pick. So Russell Westbrook is going to win the MVP for the Thunder in this season. Zion on the Suns, Rookie of the Year. And Dennis Smith, Most Improved for the Knicks. So good to see right there. Dennis Smith putting up numbers. Luka Doncic again on the All-NBA third team, averaging pretty similar numbers. Did go up in assists. And checking out the other awards, no one really on our team. So checking out the standings, we were one of the worst teams in the West. I don't know how with this team with Kemba, Porzingis, Luka, Tim Hardaway. Alex Len's not the best starter, but still, we should at least have been an 8th seed. And yeah, Kemba putting up about 20 points per game. It makes sense. We've got 3 really good scorers. Kristaps about 20 a game as well. And playing some good defense. Luka about 18. Alex Len, yeah, he's not the best center for us to start. So we'll look for one in the offseason. So in this one, the Raptors are going to get back to the finals against the Thunder. So we'll see if they can actually win it this time. And it looks like they might get swept, and they lose in 5. Westbrook is the finals MVP. So we do have our first round pick this season, and it is projected number 6. We get the number 1 pick in the draft. That is insane. That is going to help us out a lot. We should have probably made the playoffs, but now we have the number 1 pick. So with the number 1 overall pick, we're going to select the Wonder Kid, LaMelo Ball, out of high school, I guess it says right there. 6'7" point guard, can also play the 2. So we'll probably play him at the 2 instead of Tim Hardaway, or he might be the 6th man. And with Portland's pick at number 14, we're going to select Tracy Lynch. Looks like a really good defender out of Texas Tech. 6'9", small forward, 238. So hopefully he can start for us or even come off the bench. So here's the roster after the offseason. We did sign Porzingis to a max deal, and he's going to be getting paid. So if he is injury prone, then that's going to be a bad look for us because we don't have a lot of our first round picks. We also did upgrade at center, Ivica Zubac. I really like him. I'm a Lakers fan, so I want to see what he can do as a starter for us. So we also signed a bunch of minimum contract guys as well. So we have Kemba, Tim Hardaway, Doncic, Porzingis, Zubac, and also LaMelo as the 6th man. I really like this team. We've got a lot of scorers, and we're not really going to be the best defensive team, but that's not really our system either way. But we are going to keep the same coach. So this is a little concerning right here. Kristaps is going to have a torn right MCL. He's going to be out 8 to 10 weeks with that injury. And could this be the start of Porzingis getting injured frequently? I don't know. We just gave him a big contract. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but we'll see. And here at the All-Star break, Luka is going to find himself on the team again. No Kemba Walker, which is kind of surprising. And at the trade deadline, we're going to check out how we're doing before a game against the Blazers. And we are currently the number 2 seed in the West, 37-19. So we've definitely picked it up. I think it was mostly a chemistry issue and also our starting center that we needed to upgrade. So we're looking good now. So a little bit after the trade deadline, Porzingis is ready to come back. So hopefully he's back and healthy. We're going to give him a little bit less of a load though, about 28 minutes per game. Should be fine for him to get back into rhythm. So at this point, Harden and Westbrook are just going to interchange MVPs. And Cole Anthony, Rookie of the Year for the Heat. Chris Dunn's on the Grizzlies. Mike D'Antoni, Coach of the Year for the Rockets. We'll see if Luka made a team again. He actually upgrades and goes to the All-NBA second team. I like his assist numbers, like his playmaking. So, no one else on an All-NBA team. No one on the defensive team. I would like to see Porzingis there, but LaMelo Ball averaging 15 points per game off the bench as the sixth man. Actually shot really well for LaMelo. So, we did get the 3 seed in the West. We did fall off a little bit, but that's due to the Porzingis injury, I think. But we'll be playing the Lakers in the first round. Very tough matchup against LeBron. They also have Cousins. So we kind of got unlucky right there. Kemba leading us in scoring, averaging 20 points per game, being very efficient. Porzingis, not the best numbers in the world, but he was injured. LaMelo Ball, pretty good scoring numbers. Ivica Zubac, I really like those numbers from him, like the defense and the rebounding. So here in the first round, we're going to see how we do against the Lakers. Very tough matchup. Game 1, we do win. And can we win game 2? We do lose that one. Can we win game 3? We lose again, 2 in a row now. Can we tie it up? We're down 3-1 now to the Lakers. Are we going to go out here like this? Can we force a game 6? It is in Dallas. And it looks like we're going to win. So can we force another game? We'll see if we can. This one's in LA though, so we'd have to win on the road. And pretty bad fourth quarter, actually third quarter, pretty bad right there. So we might hop into this one. So this game's pretty much over. We're just going to try to get some buckets here. Show what the team can do. Post fade from Porzingis, and that one rattles out. But 2:30 left, we're down 10. I don't think we're coming back. So this team's really good for a 6 seed. Oh, nice dish there from LeBron. Okay, but we've got a lot of good pieces going forward. We've got probably one of the younger teams in the NBA. Oh, Luka Doncic for 3. Okay, Greeners. Okay. And LaMelo misses the free throw. Okay. Oh, that's actually, I didn't even notice that Lonzo was on the Lakers. I forgot. But LaMelo against Lonzo here, and Josh Hart hits that 3. So that's pretty interesting right there. Kemba did foul out of this game. So, oh, Doncic right to the rack. Yam it down, bro. Okay, Luka. And we're going to run a play here for LaMelo. All in Lonzo's grill, and he misses that one. That would have been nice. LaMelo hitting that 3 over Lonzo, but not able to get it to go. And Tim Hardaway on LeBron is definitely a mismatch. Cousins and Zubac, they were not teammates. What am I saying? But Cousins with an easy bucket. And we'll run a pick and roll here for LaMelo. Tough fadeaway 3 is no good. So checking out the stats, LeBron with 24 and 10 assists, 2 steals as well on 14 shots. Cousins with a double-double. Lonzo with 21 and 11. Not too bad at all. So it looks like they didn't trade for AD in this simulation. Kemba with a nice game. He did foul out though. Doncic with 22 and 9. Porzingis with only 14 on 14 shots. So not a great all-around game. LaMelo with 11 points, 3 for 13, 2 for 10 from 3. So the Rockets and the Nets are going to go head-to-head in the finals. I don't know how the Nets got there. Maybe they signed Kevin Durant or something. But the Rockets are going to win it. James Harden is the finals MVP. Can Dallas ever get back to the finals and make Mark Cuban happy? Is Luka the next Dirk for the Mavs? Watch part 2 to find out. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment on the road to 300 subscribers.